Okay. So this boss, it actually shocked me how difficult this was. There's not a whole lot of things that one hit kill you in this game. And that's really probably the only issue you're running into if you're watching this video, because pretty much everything else can be dealt with relatively easily, and if you mess something up, you can just heal it away. So this was like a pretty drastic increase in difficulty, and so I mean, of course, the first time you're in a encounter, and this guy is going to be like you just beat the game, and now you're on the second playthrough with the increased difficulty, and yeah, this guy shocked me with how hard he was. But the main thing, and that parry was complete. It was complete fluke. I was just trying to get away or get around him. So the main thing you're going to want to do is just parry every attack except for the charge. The charge is too high risk to parry, and it's really difficult to parry as well because it's a slow moving attack. So it's just not. It's just sort of weird to try and parry. Also, I don't know why he kept just turning around. So the main thing that I'm doing, I stay in void stance the whole time and just use the heavy attack 2 to keep the whirlwind out. If he charges while the whirlwind is out, it will interrupt his charge immediately, so you won't have to worry about it. Although if you're too close when he charges, even if the whirlwind is out, it will not save you. You'll still get hit regardless. So stay behind him, and I do it right here. So you just want to stay behind him, and when he charges, you'll want to just run around him. That's actually not the easiest way to do it. You'll see at the end of this run, I end up with having a lot of meter left, and there's not a lot of good reason to. Also, this is a major thing you want to avoid, is using that super too late, or really using any supers too late. Once he starts charging, I don't like it. It takes a lot to stop him, and if you use one of Saber's moves that, see now right there was a whirlwind on him, but it stopped him. Or excuse me, so it stopped him. If you use one of Saber's supers and he's not being stopped by it, you didn't interrupt him, then you put yourself in a really bad situation. So the easiest way, in my opinion, to stop him to deal with the charge is to just use Saber's level 1. I actually don't think it matters which level 1, but I just use a level 1 that brings you forward a little bit. I actually don't think it matters. I think they'll all probably stop him. But this is just the one that I'm using. There's a spell that increases your meter gain that I have on right now. You're definitely going to want to have that on, and so that whenever you see the red, you can just level 1 when you're near him, and it'll interrupt. If you do it too late, then you're going to put yourself in a really bad position, because he won't be hit out of it by your level 1. But yeah, right when you see the red, you just want to use the level 1 to interrupt. Other than that, I guess things to watch out for. The wind stance is not reliable at all. I was attempting to use the wind stance for a little bit to use the fireballs to hit him out. Sometimes the game just when he starts charging, you hit him with a bunch of fireballs, doesn't really matter. I'm not really sure why that happens. But because the boss fight is so long, it's not. Oh, it's called a cord. The ability, the spell that increases the meter gain is called a cord. So the wind stance is just not super reliable. Another thing is you have to be careful about when Saber offers you to do like a tandem attack. I can't really remember what they're called. Sometimes she'll offer ones that are that will keep you in place, or that will like move you. Sometimes you'll end up getting moved into him when he's charging. And so you just have to be careful about which ones are going to be good and bad. The other things, weak spell, like your spells, they won't halt his attacks unless you use ones that are pretty expensive, which is just like it doesn't make a lot of sense to do. And then if you have to use the Earth Stance to save yourself, you just have to be careful about like waiting for it to recharge. But in almost every situation, I would just try and come into this boss fight with 6 meters. See how I used it too late there, and so we were in a sort of a dangerous situation. It's just much safer to if you actually come into this boss fight with 6 meter. Just do that. You'll probably actually never run out if you come in with 6 meter, but I think I started with 1. But it still worked out. That's how I beat him. He's a sort of little bit difficult for this game. This game's relatively easy up until this point. But yeah.